Welcome back to this Anaheim Ducks franchise mode. Here we are at the 2029 after we won the Stanley Cup in 2029. So yeah, let's look at the awards here. I forgot to do that in the last video. We'll remember, see us on the Stanley Cup there. Carolina won the President's Trophy, and we beat them in the finals. So McDavid won the Art Ross. He hasn't done that since the first year, I think. Vince Dunn, again, won the James Norris. That's his second time, at least. Kyle Connor, Lady Byng. This guy, like a 50 points to win the Calder. Zegras, as we saw, won the Conn Smythe. That'll be fun. Levi won the Vezina. Stutzel with the Frank J. Selke. I don't know about that, but McDavid wins the Ted Lindsay, and Pasta again wins the Rocket. It's pretty crazy to see Ovi's name still last year. Like, he's still playing. He's like 44 last year. He finally retired. Won the Rocket Richard still. So let's look at what we have to deal with here, which you guys saw last video. I messed it up, and this will be fun. We have 28 mil. We need to re-sign all these guys. How many UFAs? We have Zegras, Roy, Stamkos, Moore. Klang will re-sign, and we'll gain this 7 mil. So that's one thing to remember. Klang, I think we'll give him 2 years, because he won the Stanley Cup for us. He's played bad every time other than the playoffs for us. And this year he managed to clinch that. He only played 11 games, but he got 9 wins, so that's an insane winning percentage. We'll give him 2 years. And we gave up a lot for, well, we gave up McTavish, but we eliminated McTavish in the finals in Minnesota, so clearly that we won that trade. I think we beat them in Game 7. Let's see if we can do something like the 85% trick here. Like, it would be just over 13, so maybe try 13.5 for Zegras, give him 1 year. Hopefully next year he'll want to take an extension. Roy, we can try him. Yeah, we got to try to bring everybody back because we won the cup. Stamkos, he had quite a few points still. On the third line, he was a center this year. 46 points, 21 points in the playoffs. So yeah, remember he got the Stanley Cup winning goal. That's not even that bad for the contract for him. Pretty good, actually. That's what he'll get. Kyrou, I don't know about you. Like, we'll want to bring you back, but you are a 6th defenseman. You haven't put up that many points. This was his best year, and in the playoffs he was okay. More, we might as well give you that. Normally I'd wait on these, but like, when I win the cup, I kind of like feel like I should bring everybody back. Hemming, he could like be a top 6er for us eventually. He had 16 goals, 29 points. In the playoffs he had 7 goals for us. So if we give him 2 years, or if we give him 3 years, it says he'll be a UFA, so maybe I'll just do 2 years. This only takes him up to 24, but I don't know. Can give him that for 2 years. Pastujov, he wants a lot of money, and he's been like, he was AHL at the start of the year. He's been kind of just like fringe, but he was really good in 23 games. He's a 4th line scorer for us. We might qualify him, wait on him. Savoy was an AHLer. I don't know about him. Lundestrom, he always seems to jump back up when he needs a new contract. He was a scratch for us. He played 11 games, 5 points, that's pretty good. And then 14 games in the playoffs. Maybe I'll give him the 2 years. Have him take less. Just because he's like an original guy. Misa. I don't. Okay, so he wants. We'll give him this. Crazy that we got him off waivers. I guess he's kind of part of the trade. That trade. Xhekaj will decide later. All these guys, I guess we can just do in free agency. He actually played a pretty big role. Like he took Chikrin's spot, and then he played all the games in the playoffs. Sixth defenseman. And let's look at Chikrin. Chikrin is back up to an 86, which is nice. Clara, I don't really want to give. Okay, so he doesn't want any money. Like, he was just bad. I might just give him the 1 year. And then we'll see what happens. Goalies, it's just never really know. I'm just giving Klang the chance because he won us the cup. I think for now that's good. Hopefully Zegras accepts his contract. Hemming resigns. Klang resigns. Lundestrom resigns. Moore resigns. Stamkos resigns. Claire resigns. Misa, Kadri. And Zegras takes the contract. So 13.5 for a year. We won't be able to offer him another extension until January next year. But let's look at our contracts now. We need to re-sign Kyrou. We have 7 mil. So we could almost like trade Gustafson for like an NHLer. Because we don't really need, like, the cap space is open now. I might sim ahead to the draft here and then see what our overalls look like. I don't remember exactly what picks we traded away. The Islanders get the first overall pick. See who retires here. Hopefully Stamkos and Kucherov don't retire. Kucherov retires. That might makes us maybe wanna. That sucks. He had a really good season this year, and he was really good in the playoffs too. So we might want to look at trading for a good forward. Malkin with 1,700 points. 42. Kopitar won the, like 3 years ago, won the what's it called? The defensive trophy. Carlson retires with 11,58 points. Peter Mrazek. So let's see who we got in the draft here. Just a standard draft. I still have it on low, which maybe I should change it, but like for me, I'm not drafting anybody. So we definitely don't have a first, I'm pretty sure. We might have traded all our picks away this year. Again. There's this guy. Late second. Could be a guy. Like, the goalies are just, like, I don't need too many of them. I think we have a goalie prospect. 17 at least, that guy. Our scouts seem like they're doing a pretty good job. Two-way forward. Oh yeah, that's a good guy to scout and get. High starter. There's a lot of goalies. They're all low overall, so I'll have to remind myself what I have for goaltending prospects. So there's a two-way forward here. These guys all don't really interest me too much. Like if I have a pick around that area, I'll take it, but we'll just see. An offensive defenseman. That does not look great. 20 years old. Could take him. Another offensive defenseman, 17. We have... Oh, we do have our first. I guess because we gave up McTavish, so we didn't need extra value. Okay, I guess I'll go back to the draft and see. We might want to just use them all to trade for a really good forward since Kucherov retired, because we're right in this area. Does not look that great. Yeah. I don't know if we want to trade up maybe a little. If there's anybody here. No. So let's look at our team. See what we might want to do. So we're going to trade Gustafson. We know we're going to at least have to make that trade. We got these guys. Kyrou will be back most likely. And then we might sign Xhekaj as the depth guy. He can play left and right. Then we have our first line was, well, Kucherov was up on that line. I mean, we could think about putting Carlson up there, having Byfield as, because then we have playmaker, so that's not great. I think Zegras scores more though. Carlson and Marner will like just dish it to him. He's had 50 and 40 goals in the past 2 years. He'll have to be the scorer. Marner had 40 goals this year. And then Terry is a sniper. Byfield, he scores quite a few goals. So we could get like just another good winger, like a left winger. And then keep Stamkos on the third line with Moore. And we could look at getting a good third line center as well. Because we've got Hemming, Pastujov, Leach. Like, I want to leave in the guys that won us the cup, but all these guys are wingers. Like, we could keep Hemming. Oh yeah, Stamkos can play center. Forgot. Oh, obviously. So Stamkos, more Hemming, and then Pastujov, Leach, and it was Lundestrom. I might just leave that. This guy will have to give the chance to eventually. And then who's our scratch gonna be? It could be one of our young guys. Like, we could just make it Savoy if we re-signed him. He's not really a guy we normally scratch. So that would be if we looked at a left wing. Otherwise, we'd probably bump Stamkos up because he still has really good offense. And then it would be more Hemming. And we'd have to get a center or place Savoy up there. But we might as well, since we got to make a trade. Let's actually double check how much cap we have. So we have 7, and then we have almost another 7 if we trade the goalie. So maybe we want to look at who's going to free agency. Trade for a pending free agent. Kako. Doc Parsonen. This guy, weren't you a center? I think Doc has bad durability. Kako could be interesting. And then we'd have to play either him or Terry on the left side. So he's on the Rangers. I might look at who's on the block first. See if there's a guy who fits maybe a little better that's still signed. So LA has options in Kempe and Fiala. Kempe is not built like that, like passing obviously he isn't as good, so, and his shot isn't even that good. He's had a couple down years and he's listed as a second line forward. And he's making 13.5. Fiala's extended at 10, at 32. He could play left wing, but then that's another playmaker, which we could probably use a disher on that line, so that might be, he's really fast too, so that's something to consider. Play him on the left side, and then it would be Byfield and Terry. Terry's a sniper. Hopefully he would just shoot. How many what's he scored? Has he had a 40-goal season? Yeah, he had two exactly 40-goal seasons. So hopefully, and Byfield. Byfield has good passing, but he's almost more of a shooter, it seems like, at least this year. Yeah, he's always like same amount of shots, so Kempe could be interesting. And the money, like we're adding about 3.5 million. That's what that would be. The only thing is we're trading with a in-division team. Arizona is also there, but they're also in conference. Who else had a guy? Who was it? That was kind of all it was. All there was out there. Obviously, New York had the expiring Capo Caco. Arizona has Barrett Hayton, who's like a defensive guy. There's Brock Besser. He's an 86. He, I don't know if he'll put up that many points for us. It's almost like I want to make a bigger move than that. Because other than that, there's not really anybody. Let's look at the Rangers, see if they need a goalie. Obviously, that would be a little bit nicer because then we're not sending a goalie to the same division as us. And then we have to... So yeah, that doesn't really make sense for them to trade for a goalie. There's Kako. He would be... like he's more of a shooter as well. So I almost like Fiala. Now, I don't know if they need a goalie either. They want to trade Fiala. Oh yeah, obviously, because he's on the block. Schmid and Montembeault. So, that doesn't really make sense for them, but like we could say like, oh, you can figure it out. Because I don't know who they have for expiring. Looks like they re-signed most of their expiring guys. And 10.3 until Fiala is about 35, 36. I mean, we can at least try. replace Nikita Kucherov with Kevin Fiala. So we're trading them a goalie, which they don't super need. The value adds quite a bit. How many points did Fiala have last year? I'm just trying to make this realistic. Give them enough value. He had, looked like he was a point a game. Yeah, 85, so he's been good. Like the last pick of the first, and a goalie which they don't really need, but they can like kind of figure that out. They are a seller. I feel like even though the value is like that, I feel like I'm not really giving them good amount. I was trying to remember if we had a goaltending prospect. I don't really want to run out of time here. We could give them a former fifth that's a sniper. Let's say that. And this guy. That was the guy that was glitching out last time, because I'm not going to re-sign you. They're both snipers. Other than that, I don't want to give up a center. So let's say that's fair value there. Oh, they don't even want that. That's interesting, actually. We'll give you a fifth. What else can I give? I might have to wait till Calgary makes a pick. I'd rather give up prospects we know we don't really like. Like this guy, I'll give up this guy. 7th round pick, probably not gonna make it. Wow, that's actually interesting. Maybe even give him our second, because there's more guys later than that than earlier. I might just wait, check where the prospects were that we wanted. So 65, so this was a second. It's not that crazy of a pick. And then I definitely want to get this guy, 126. So 65, 126. So if we do like this and then 128, we could just move that 128 up. So if we give them those two, and then we were giving them Gustafson and these two. See if they want that. What did I try before? Did I try the second already? I can't even remember. That's still not enough. Replace that with a third. And then we can move up the fourth. We might have to give up a better prospect. We had a medium elite forward, I'm pretty sure. This guy. Which he's growing really well. That's actually really good to see. I didn't look at the progress reports, but this guy was like a 52 when we drafted him. We could definitely give up one of these guys. Because I just traded for Kadri. But the Misa's like, I almost like Kadri better. If his offense can grow. 22 points in 26 games. But like, look at that offense awareness to the passing. Let's just try Kadri. I don't know if that's really adding much more than... Oh, okay. They took it. Okay. So we traded for Kadri this year already. And then, yeah. Actually, I just forgot that we were going to keep Gustafson because he got us to the playoffs. But I don't think it was him. I think it was our team. Because our team was like the best offensive team. And Gustafson wasn't even that good. So that's kind of like bad to think about just after I traded him. But, and all our morale kind of went down from that. But breaking up the champion winning team, but he wasn't really the guy for us. So let's just sim to our picks. Hopefully this can work out for us. So we had... Hopefully this guy can grow just like our other guy that we drafted there. Another 52. Right-handed defenseman, that could be nice. A late second rounder turning out for us. This pick I think is a free pick if we want to trade up that other pick. What's this guy like? $19, 3 years away. We could take a goalie. Doesn't really interest me that much though. Let's take... Where was he? This guy? No. Oops. We will take this guy. Yeah. He was a medium, top, yeah. So let's move up this pick. Because it was 126, so go somewhere around here. Fourth and a seventh. Get B-Bits, Braden Bits. 6'3" center. That's pretty good. Pretty good for the end of the fourth. End of the fourth, yeah, that's really good. And the other guy. So we have 2 more picks. I think the other guy was at 196. So this is another free pick. Yep. A 19-year-old or a 17-year-old who had 9 goals. Character, work ethic, compete level. At least a bottom. He is a bottom. Okay. So yeah, not actually pretty good draft for after winning the cup. Traded for Fiala, got an elite defenseman in the second round. Our scouts are doing a good job. Surprisingly, that usually doesn't happen. So we better bring back all our coaches, or at least if we can. There's like a glitch where this is the only screen where this matters if you have owner mode off, like for coach caps. All our scouts are needing new contracts. I better pay them after that. We've had a couple good drafts there, getting that other medium elite forward who's grown up to a 68 at 19 already. couple years, he might already be on the third line. I think I still haven't assigned all my scouts properly. Or maybe that's a different mode that I'm doing. Because... Okay, yeah, I have. And now we should have about a few mil. So, goaltending wise. This guy was like a low 60 at the start of the year, so he will be... This might be our starter backup in the AHL. That sounds good to me. Finally, they're going to let us play this guy in the AHL. He's got worse every year in the queue. And then we will... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Alexander could be a NHL... NHL scratch, and then Lion we can make the AHL scratch, just a really good AHL scratch. Unfortunately, Jack Campbell, did he have another good year? Yeah, he did. You're not going to be our scratch anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Kairu, qualifying as 2 mil. We'll qualify you. And then... You're not quite good enough. Fabrizi is the big guy. He hasn't played since we've had him. He's just been our scratch, like our second scratch. Xhekaj would be pretty cool to bring in as our depth guy. I think we have the room that we don't need to worry about it. We'll just sign him. I feel like I want to bring you back because you actually like won the cup with us. You actually played. I'll qualify you because you're not going to be in the NHL if Xhekaj's here. This guy's gone from NHL scratch back to the AHL. So that's 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, because we picked this guy up. Not really much. 7, 8, 9, 10. So Fabrizi's definitely gone. That's still 3 extra in the HL because we're including our scratch there. So Warren, it might be finally time to say goodbye to you. Although I'm enjoying watching him in the World Juniors. Drew Hellison's managed to stay around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it could be... So that's 12, but you're actually, it's going to be Lundestrom is going to be 12. And then Savoy, I was thinking of making the scratch. Pastujov wants a lot of money, but his qualifying offer is pretty cheap. Savoy, I don't even know if I'd want to qualify him if I'm not keeping him. So that was 13 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2. Yeah, we don't have that many extra HLers. Didn't we trade this guy in that trade? Oh no, I guess we didn't. Anyways, you're not going to be signed. You're also not going to be signed. And I think we can keep all the rest of these guys if they want. Like Perot, I guess he's finally gone. Zegers didn't like that AHL guy got released, so that's interesting. Chase DeLeo gonna retire here? He must be the captain down there. So I think we sim ahead there. Are we waiting on any actual big contracts? Like Xhaka, that's really it. So we got a coach back, and our assistant coach isn't coming back, which is, we might just get him in free agency. I should have taken note of his name. All the scouts. So, Xhaka rejected. If we give you exactly what you want, maybe? I just like the idea of him being our scratch. He can play the left and right side. So it looks like Xhaka re-signed. He kind of just signed, like we got him off waivers and he didn't even play anything. Lion. So now we have 9 mil still. So I think I'll bring Savoy back. Watch, he's just gonna drop down again. Connor Smith, we can see if he just accepts his qualifying offer. Hopefully it'll be lower. Same with Pastujov and Kairu. We could look at just briefly who's in free agency. We kind of have all who we need. It's kind of crazy we have 9 mil in space even with this is how our team's built. Like it's really, I really don't know where I would add. Because we got our top 6, we got our top 9. That bottom line I kind of know, like I just leave the cap space so we'll actually have cap space. Okay, Dwight Sawatsky, we'll go get him back again. And yeah, we can't offer Zegras a contract until January. But we can offer Troy Terry and Byfield. That's a pretty good contract. That would take him till he's 35. Coming off a 78 point season. So he's usually high 60s, 70s. I kind of want to give him more than 3 years. How about 4 years? Take him till he's 36. I almost want to give him 5 years. 5 years would be 9.575. I feel like that's worth it still. Take him till he's 37. Byfield. We took him right into UFA. His first year of us actually giving him a shot halfway through the season. We might just see, because that would be like 8.75. We might see how he does, and then maybe he'll want to re-sign like 9x8 or something like that. I just want to see that he can do it. He had 59 points split between the first and second line. So I will go get that coach, and then I will sim ahead to the start of the next season. Okay, so just at the next season here, we'll try to get Kairu and Pastujov back in here. They didn't, for some reason, accept their qualifying offer. Connor Smith did, but just get these guys back. And I also I forgot to look at who I have unsigned here, who I might want to play in the AHL. So this guy actually is ready. Definitely want to play this guy. Jeffrey Uneven, I'd play him in the AHL. I'll get the line set up here now, or I guess I'll sim ahead, and I'll get the line set up. Hopefully Kairu and Pashujov accept. Okay, here are the lines we're going to start with. As you guys can probably see down there, that we had some growth we didn't expect. Still not, this guy's just fast. He's still not built crazy, but that's why I said we'll start like this. Even Misa here, we'll start with him. I like that his defensive awareness is so high too. So that means we'll start with Lundestrom as the scratch. If any of these guys struggle, I'll probably bring, like I could see if Ludwig doesn't put up a bunch of points, we'll bring Pastujov up and probably play him there. And then if Misa struggles, we'll bring Mr. Lundestrom in there, and we'll scratch Savoy or whatever. They're all in the AHL now. I'll show you. This is our defense core. Chikrin's back down to an 81 for some reason. I honestly don't care what overall he is. If he plays really well, then it doesn't matter. These are our goalies, still both 84s. And then these are our goalies in the AHL. Very young. Both from the same draft. These are our forwards. Hopefully this guy can just grow like crazy. He's like kind of like the same all across the board. Like he's a sniper, but he's got everything. His face-offs actually suck. He's not really a face-off guy, but we'll play him at center. So yeah, like Pastujov and Savoy will come up if we need to make moves. But we'll start like this, and let's see if we can get up to January 1st in this video. We might not have enough time to see if we can re-sign Zegras. Okay, here we are at January 1st. This will just to end the video. Yeah, we're first in the league. Canucks are second in the league, and they're in the same division as us. And let's go see if we can sign Zegras. Hopefully this time it'll work. So if we sign him now, it'll take him till he's like, oh my gosh, yes. This will take him until he's like 37, even. Like that would be like the oldest he could be at the end of this contract. But it's definitely worth it here. 10.6. I'm gonna double check the numbers because last time it messed up. 85% check, 12.45, yeah, 10.6. And next video, I guess we'll see if he resigns. Let's look at Byfield here because we were gonna wait to extend him. He has 22 points in 36 games, so that's a 50-point pace, so not great. Maybe he wants like a super friendly contract. I don't know. I think we gotta sign that. He could even be like a really good third liner if his offense is just like McTavish's. These guys more physical, I guess, not putting up as many points. Kind of want both. The rest of these guys, we might just wait for sure. Let's go look at how this guy's doing. Might not be doing great if he's asking for the league minimum. Quickly here, I'll just look at it, and then next video we can make some lineup changes. Zegras 46 points in 36 games or whatever. Pretty good. Quickly. So at the bottom here, Leach on the bottom line, 11 points in 36 games -3, so that's 22 points. That's okay, I guess. The bottom line might be struggling a little too. So, yeah, I think that'll be it for this video. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.